Hey, hi, and welcome to another weekly connection. So, it's really important that we understand that we must focus our light on those that don't have it because they need it the most. I know, I know it's hard to do, but it's really a good exercise to practice not feeling judgment towards something you disagree with. So it's really, really important that we not judge someone who is coming from a very baby place. I think of them as 2-year-olds, and I think of them as 2-year-olds having temper tantrums or wanting something. And gosh, if any of you have had children, you know that they will manipulate, push and push, drag and drag, trying to wear you down to get what they want. Well, that's what you have going on 3D Earth for all of those who are not yet star children. They don't know any better. They only know that what they want is what they want, and they think that's what you need, and they think you need it as much as they need it. So it's very important to not get caught up in all the silly talk and to send light. Now, a lot of people laugh at me because I deliberately watch the news, not every day, but most days. And I do that so that I can send light, so that I can change the 3D vibration of those malformed thought forms, those dogma, those dictated behaviors, so that we can move that energy into light. So the light doesn't have an opinion about what you think is right or wrong. The light just knows what is light. So the light will be light. So we send light without a thought of what we think that light should be, because the light is the light. It's not your thought. It's not your belief. It's just light. So I know that a lot of you are struggling, and we talked about this last week, because you've been given a lot of opportunities. But I want you to know that you're doing a good job. So let's light up the world. So I actually have an assignment for you this week. I want you to watch the news. I want you to find something that particularly bugs you. And I want you to bring it into neutrality. I want you to bring it into the light. I want you to feel that and remove your judgment, your opinion, whatever it is from it. Now, actually, you don't remove your opinion, but you remove your judgment. I have lots of stuff I like and don't like. We've talked about that in the past. So what? Just because I like or dislike something. I don't like mushrooms either, by the way. You guys are gonna know everything I don't like. Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't mean the mushroom's bad. It just has a bad taste. Now, some people adore mushrooms, think they're fabulous. So anyway, we understand that we don't have the same likes and dislikes, and that is just fine. It's just fine. So I want you to practice being able to understand your opinion, your discernment, and the difference between that being a judgment and not. A difference between it being an understanding and the difference when it is not. And this is a practice that we need to do as light seeds. This is very important. And we're going to use that opalescent light in conscious use of power to do that. So let's get started. So let's get our cosmic aura spray. That's just nice. I spray myself between sessions with this. Nothing against you guys, but I don't want your stuff in my aura. All right. So then, and that's meant lovingly. All right. Now we take 1 drop of Cosmic Thrust Oil, right? And we rub our hands together with it, cup it, bring it through our head, cup your hands together. And take a deep breath in. As you know, this is one of my favorite moments, several times a day. It just keeps me in that space and gives me a little more at my solar plexus. So if I'm starting to feel, I don't get pissed off, but I do get cranky. I do get whiny, because more spleen, not liver. And so I'll, especially if I'm tired, I'll go, it's very nauseating. So I will bring myself back to center and I will stop that. I'll just stop it. All right. Because it isn't who I am or who I want to be or who I want to be projecting at all, ever. Even if I'm tired. So we learn about ourselves. And that's what this exercise is to learn about yourself and to understand yourself. So I understand that I might get cranky if I'm tired. What do I do about that? How do I approach that? How do I stop that? How do I transmute that into love and kindness? It's very good. Well, one thing I do is I prepare myself so that when I'm tired, I don't have to think about dinner. Dinner's ready, because that makes me cranky. Okay? So you have to learn about yourself and avoid the things that trigger you. Avoid the things that set you up. So you don't have that issue. You can be loving and kind. And in my case, I might open a jar of olives and have an olive and then go on to the evening and the dinner and everything that needs to be done. Just take a break. So you're going to practice this week finding those things that trigger you. It's kind of fun. In a sick, demented way. But it is. It is, because you get to learn where you're triggered. You get to learn what part of you doesn't yet understand how to hold the light. You're going to have a propensity. You're going to have a tendency towards something. Like me, at the end of the day, it's time for dinner. Don't ask me what's for dinner until I've had an olive. Something like that, right? I learned this when I had children, because that would be the one thing that would annoy me. I'm hungry, there's no food. So I knew that was my trigger. So I started to say, okay, what can I do? So I became the crock pot queen when I had my children growing up. I'm still kind of the crock pot queen. I planned it ahead. I made it so that I didn't put myself in that situation, so that I was able to enjoy my evening the way I wanted to. So that's what you have to do. If it means buying frozen purple carrot, maybe someone's bought purple carrot in our house, then I do it, because my sanity, my peace of mind is most important. So let's do this. Let's go get those boogers. All right. So we're going to visualize a light coming from source. And again, it's Lord Mahay and Lord Katumi and Saint Germain. Lord Mahay leaning again so far. All right. So we bring in that golden light from source, and it comes down the front, and it fills every cell, every pore, every part of you. And it comes all the way down past your knees, into your legs, ankles, out your feet, and into the earth, where the mother welcomes you with open arms, so grateful that you have chosen to be a star child here on earth, and that you have developed into the light seed that you are today. And you're like, yeah, let's go. And we bring that light around the grid and back up with an essence of Ma in it. And it goes ahead and it connects to the source again, and then around and around. Oh, that's my microphone that keeps showing up. See, no, I won't do that anymore. And goes around and around and around. Good. And just keep that orbit on. Keep your orbit on. You need your orbit on 24/7. You need your shield on 24/7. And those of you who know how to tube, you need your tube on 24/7. So that's good. So now we're doing it. Now we bring that light up and it waterfalls off the top of your head, sticking to all 12 of your auras. And we're going to go to the well of the mother. And the well of the mother, I love this aura. I could just dance in this aura, just in this energy, and dance with the mother energy. Of course, now with spring and summer and all, whatever you're into it, you're wherever you live, it's beautiful. If you're in Australia, I guess you're not, you're kind of freezing. Oh, well. So we bring it down into the earth and we feel that connectedness to everything, to all, and to all human beings and all creatures, all elemental elements, everything. And you know you're not alone, that there's a whole core of wonderful energies that are helping you, connected here on earth, energies that are helping you, sending you light, working on every day on humanity, on us, particularly on the light seeds, that we get it and we get stronger and stronger and stronger. And we bring it up into the root. You know, you can tell those malformed thought patterns are dissolving inside of you. You're not having as many. You feel it less. Are you having them occasionally? Are they still there? Maybe. That's what we're working on. That's what we're doing. And we can't feel guilt or blame about them. When they come up, they come up. And we get to understand them. We get to transmute them, and we get one step closer. The sacral chakra, Lord Katumi, just Lord Lanto and Lord Katumi. Every day, every day, every day. All of the dogma, all the 3D stuff that says it has to be my way or the highway. It's kind of a funny thing to say. Anyway, we let go of all that stuff that's just dictate. Because remember, love isn't dictation. Love is love. Light is light. A lot of people say, well, what would God do? And I often laugh because I'm like, well, God would do whatever you want to do. So it's not that. It's us commanding something that's not light when we come from our ego, from our mind. Because the light doesn't do that. Light is pure energy. And energy isn't fixed on a particular thought. So then we bring that up into our conscious use of power on our spleen. And we use that pearlescent, opalescent light to transform and to transmute all of our negative energies. I want you to feel that opalescent light. It's kind of like a mother of pearl. That's the color. Shimmery, represented by moonstone. So I want you to fill your body with that light. And you can do it with the gold. And we're going to start to radiate it out our solar plexus to the collective consciousness so that people stop having conflict. The goal of conscious use of power is to stop having ego conflict and to come from unconditional love which is the color in that light. So we bring it up into our liver, which is the empathic shield, which allows us to understand whatever conflict we have. And we radiate that out with that opalescent light. And up into the heart, and I want you to just push that light out. While you're wearing your shield, you can push any color of light out. The color and texture of light matters. So we just move that light, that mother of pearl colored light, into the collective consciousness. You notice you got it first. First it goes to your spleen, and then we go out with it. We'll give that a few more minutes. Let it just dissolve. There's a lot to dissolve. And then we bring it up into our conscious intention on the thymus. Our intention is to create a world free of conflict, full of love. And that's all you have to say every day. What is my intention? To be free of conflict and full of love. I often say happy. I just want to be happy. Because if I'm happy, I'm free of conflict and full of love. So that's all we do. We make that our intention. And that is what we want to create. And when you have an imperfect day, embrace it. Because it's showing you something that you need to address. Grow. We constantly grow. You know, the thing about a master is a master just knows what to do when something comes up. It's not that a master doesn't have anything come up. If anything, they might have more because they have the ability to transmute it faster, quicker, easier. So just shush it out. Just get the broom and whack it. Okay, so now we go up into our throat. So now you exhibit that light. You are that light in all that you are, in all that you do, and in all that people see in you. Remember, as an empath, sometimes people see their stuff in you. Don't let that go. Be the light. Shine the light. Not their stuff. Shine the light. And then we go up into our third eye. And we're feeling quite confident because we're doing a great job. And when a conflict comes our way, I call them pop quizzes. We just get that done as quick as possible. And then we go up into our crown. And we like wearing that crown. I love my crown. It lets me know that I'm here, visible, like a lighthouse to the world, for everyone to see and to glom on the light. Get as much as you want, as you need, as you can. That's my job. That's your job as a light seed. And then the telepathic notch shimmers and sparkles. As we feel that energy moving into the consciousness, collective consciousness more and more, and we embrace it through our whole aura, pushing out that opalescent light, that mother of pearl color light, creamy, shimmery, for everyone to find happiness. That's what we want. We want ourselves and the world to be happy. And we radiate that light out as far as it needs to go. I say 18 inches, but there's really no limit. As much as you need to let people munch and crunch that light and you not get cranky, because if you get cranky, it means you're running out of that juice. So you just amp up. You should always be amped up because you should be amping up through the day, just like keep it on, keep it on, keep it on. Wear that shield always. And then stuff doesn't bother you as much. We all have triggers, and those triggers will trigger, but infrequently is the goal, or then not at all. So that's the goal. We just keep working it and working it and working it and unraveling it and unraveling it. And if we don't understand something, there's the shield, so that you can see through that reflection what you don't understand. And you can send love and light to the person experiencing 3D-ness. And we understand. We understand being 3D. We've all been 3D. We all have moments of 3D. It's not like a sin. We wouldn't do that. It's our experience. It's our chance to understand more, to become wiser, and to become lighter every time that happens. So I want you to practice watching the news just a little and send light to whatever bugs you the most in yourself and in the world, and transcend those who need the light the most. That's our job. Because we're light seeds, we're light towers, radiating to the world to change, and to change humanity from 3D to 5D. And everyone has that capability, especially now in this window. So let's get it done. It's fun. Embrace it. And I love you. And I'll see you next time.